Hello everyone, my name is Llama Rama, and this week I want to continue to talk about legendary voyages, and specifically the difference between completing them on a sloop and completing them on a galleon. When you're on a galleon, you have a certain number of factors that you have to take into consideration, specifically three. The first is the number of skeletons that will spawn on the island, normal skeletons, not eye patch ones or plant ones. The second is the amount of time it'll take you to navigate around an island if you need to use your cannons on a skeleton wave or for any reason, while compared to a sloop. And the third is the people on your boat will cause more skeletons to spawn, but it won't factor in your teammates going AFK or people being distracted. There's a number of factors that'll slow you down that can't be foreseen or don't really have anything to do with the game, but still affect the game. So let's start with the first one, the number of skeletons that spawn on the island. When you're on a galleon, I've noticed that more skeletons spawn, and they also have firearms. They're using guns, where when I'm on a sloop, I very rarely see a gun on a normal skeleton wave. And they also spawn in groups of 3 on a sloop, where on a galleon they spawn in groups of 5. So the increased number of skeletons is going to slow you down. You're going to take more time to kill them, and you're going to take more time to run away from them. Everything they do to the game is going to add time. Now, when we look at getting around the island for the Order of Souls aspects of these missions and the need for cannons on certain things, a lot of it goes back to the fact that skeletons with guns right now basically don't miss. Even a blunderbuss seems to travel further when used by a skeleton versus when used by a person. So that becomes very annoying, and if you don't have those cannons in a position, you could end up spending 30 minutes on a skeleton wave just because you got 5 waves with pistols. The third thing is your teammates, and when you're on a galleon, this becomes unintentionally annoying because your friends will go AFK because they have to go to the bathroom, they get a phone call, they have to go outside and, take a little smoke break. Whatever the issue may be, once they're gone, the island is still set for 4 people. And if you have 3 or 2 people playing because the other 2 or 1 person's AFK, you've now decreased your power versus those skeletons by 25 to 50%. So you're doing extra work because you're on a galleon, because your teammates are gone, not because you actually have to do them. It's an unintentional difficulty increase to you that the game cannot predict or can change. So by being on a sloop, you avoid the extra skeletons, they have less guns, you can get around the islands faster and use your cannons on those skeleton waves for the Order of Souls, and on top of that, your second crew member, if you started the party alone, is just a bonus set of hands. You're lucky to have them there, but the difficulty didn't go up, because the islands are set up for a sloop. They're set up for 1 person to be able to complete the voyage, because that's the boat you spawned on. And I believe that the boats represent a clear difference in the difficulty of these missions, because they don't want them to be easier for the people with 4 people, just because they have 4 people, in the same regard that they don't want them to be too hard because they don't have 4 people. So there has to be a balance. There has to be some sort of level field or difference between the two. It can't be the same for both of them. And when I play the game, my instincts and my experience in Sea of Thieves tells me that legendary voyages are far easier on a sloop. Now next week I'm going to do one more video on this topic, but for now that's all I'm going to leave you with. This is a bit longer video than I like to keep them around 3 minutes, but I hope you found this information to be of value. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel, find me on Twitch and follow me there. It'd be great to see you guys in chat, and as always I can answer your questions there much faster than through these YouTube videos, and I hope to see you guys soon.